All right, this training video is meant to give a little bit of an overview around some of the inventory, purchase order, and receiving capabilities of EZ720. So when I log in, I'm going to go over here and choose Catalog. So Catalog is the umbrella for anything related to inventory, both setup, maintenance, and then more on the administrative side. So most of that setup is going to happen under product and services, and most of the maintenance, the kind of receiving in, bringing in new stock. That's going to happen over here under inventory management. So first off, we've got a purchase order capability. So you're going to use this when you know, hey, I'm going to be ordering something. It's going to come in the future, but I don't have it here in front of me today. So that's the purchase order capability. You're going to come in here. It's going to show you with this filtering capability up at the top of the screen any purchase orders that may be outstanding. Otherwise, I hit the plus, and then I say I want to do a purchase order. Stock transfer is moving from one facility to another. So for this purpose, we'll just go through a purchase order. So it's going to pre-populate with some information. When is this going to come in? The ordering location. So I'm ordering it, but maybe I'm ordering it for someone else. Most times you're going to be ordering it for yourself. Where should cost information come from? Who is the vendor? So, I can certainly go through the system, change and update for who it is that I'm ordering from. And then if I know the product, I can go ahead and add it here. If I want a list of all of these items, I can say load. And so, for this, I've only got 2 items under Ashworth Golf. So I'll go ahead and choose this one here. If I need to, I can update the cost. It's going to tell me how many I have today, but how many am I bringing in? I'll say 10, and then say open the order. And so now it's been created. You do have some nice abilities here, so that I can actually let me just show you that you do have the ability to update from this. Let me just go ahead and save any changes. So you make any mistakes, this is dynamic. You're not, set and committed to exactly what was there. So I can email this, to my rep at Ashworth if I want to. But once I know that I'm ready and it's good, I can say it's in progress now. So that just changes the status of it. At any point in time where I know I'm going to have a discount, any shipping cost, tax, I can enter that information. If my costs change, I can come back in and edit. But basically at this stage, now the next step is to receive it. So I can leave the system, wait a couple days, and then once it arrives, I can come in and say, okay, now I want to receive this purchase order. And there it is. It's just confirming, that you really did receive 10. If your costs are going to be, you're going to be using an average cost system, you probably do want to enable the average costs. We have some features in the works so that is just on by default. And then we'll say receive. You also notice you have a capability here to generate the barcode labels at this point. So we'll say receive. And now we're done. So now we're at the end and still have the ability to generate those barcode labels, can print this off, export it, do anything I want with it. But otherwise now my stock, you can see, is updated to 23 on hand. And because my costs were the same as when I started, my costs are the same when I complete. So let's go back then to catalog. And we will just show you the receive capability. Under the receive title is also reconcile. So you do get an ability to go in and do your kind of end of month counts. So the only difference there is this little drop down, whether you're going to be doing the receiving or you're going to be reconciling. So from this, let's go ahead back here. Let's just say it's Ashworth Golf. I want to add items from that particular vendor. So again, you'll see down below, here are my items. So if I want to say bring in, 5 of these, and actually, let's not do this top item. Let's do this one down below. It's the one we were working with before. And, my cost has gone down a little bit. And I will hit save. So because it knows, I'm just doing the receiving, I'm not doing the purchase order and then a receive, it's going to ask me about any barcodes that I want to generate. Those will go off to the printer, and we're done. Now I've received it. So you can see it's certainly a quicker process just to receive. Then lastly here, we'll go through the reconcile your products. So this is a end of month type scenario. Let's go back to Ashworth, add items. And so I'm doing this by the vendor. If you want, there is an option here where you can do it by your particular category. So if you want to just go count golf balls, you can do that. So it's going to tell me within this screen here my quantity on hand. There are some reports that can generate this information. And so I come in and I count that I have 27. You can certainly see it's updating some counts in the system. None of this really saves though until you hit this save button. And we're completed. And so now the quantities have decreased on that item. So quick little tutorial and training on purchase order process within EZ720, the just straight receiving process, which is a quick route to bringing in new inventory, and then your reconcile steps.